In part 2 of this 5-part video series, I want to give you 5 tips that you should think about when running electric in your shop. Now for wiring this whole building, I used the 12 gauge Romex so I could have 20 amp service to every circuit. Tip number 1, my philosophy is that you can never have too many receptacles. Now this little building is only 12 by 24, but I have 17 receptacles going around the whole thing. Now just to give you an idea of what I did, I tried to make sure each of these receptacles were about 4 feet apart. And that's not even including my 2 higher wall-mounted ones. But why would I put some up here? In your process of setting up your shop electric, really think forward and what you're probably going to be doing in that shop. So an example I have for choosing important locations for your receptacle is this spot right here. You can see I have one on each side of this corner of the window, and I figured I would want to put my workbench here. I calculated in the approximate height of where the workbench would be and put these receptacles above that height. For these higher wall mounted ones, this one specifically, even though I have so many receptacles all the way around the inside here, I still thought that having one of the retractable mounted extension cords would be another thing handy to have. Tip 2 that kind of ties in with tip number 1, you can never have too much lighting. Now like I said, this is just a little 12 by 24 building, the work area being slightly smaller dimensions, and I'm planning on putting 8 of these shop lights in. As you can see here, I have the regular receptacles that I'm using for the lighting. They are wired up to a switch, so they only have power to them when the switch is on. Now I mainly did that for having functionality of if there was anything else I wanted to plug in up here, I could do that and I would have power when the switch is on. Just a little bonus tip, if you want to get the cheapest possible shop lights, it is not these Harbor Freight versions. It is these right here that are from Menards. When you get the rebate, 11% off, I believe these are about $9 a piece. So you can never have too many receptacles, you can never have too much lighting. Third, make sure you add some outside. Now I didn't go quite as wild out here. I only added 5 exterior receptacles. And as a bonus, I also put an outdoor light switch right here that is waterproof, and why not add the box with extra receptacles. Tip number 4, machinery, appliances, etc. You may have seen this small deep freezer we have, and while this doesn't have a huge electric draw, think of things like this and where they are going to be in your building and wire that accordingly. A couple other things that I'll possibly have in here to draw a lot more power is a welder and a hot water heater that connects up to these PEX tubes, because when I poured the concrete in here, I added the in-floor PEX tube heating just in case I wanted to end up doing in-floor heat. If you want to see the video for preparing the in-floor heat and pouring this pad, click the pop-up link up there or the one down below. Now even though I'm going to have the in-floor heat, I still would like to cool the air. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to add a mini split up on the center part of this wall. And while I'm at it, I'll just do a heat pump mini split so the in-floor heat could control, say, up to 55, 60 degrees, and then I could get instant heat from the mini split to bring it up to 70 if I wanted to work in here a little while. Now lastly, tip number 5, if you have any storage, you'll thank yourself later if you add electric to that area. Now for right now, I don't have any lighting set up here. I just have the rough end boxes for what are going to be the receptacles. And then later I'm going to go off of one of these boxes and start a line to a switch and then follow that to all of the lighting that I want to do. I gave myself 3 areas for receptacles, and this middle one right here is currently right over top of the hoist that raises and lowers the stairs to get up here. And to add on to tip number 5, to go along with the electric added to the storage area, on the same circuit I'm adding outdoor lighting. Now this existing light right here, that's a poor attempt at outdoor lighting, but I'm going to use that same spot and get some really nice motion sensing lights that probably stay dim, and then when you walk out here they will turn on bright. And around the other corner I would also like to do some by this door, since this will be the main door used anyways. So from that circuit up top in the storage area, we're adding a line to go to each of these spots. Also, as you can see, these metal plates right here in each of the floor joists, make sure you add these to protect all your hard work of wiring, because if you don't put that on there and you're drilling into the wall to hang something or whatever and you hit that wire, you're really going to be not enjoying that day. Now if you want to learn how to wire this stuff, making your own circuits, wiring in a light switch and everything, just do YouTube search, because there is way more qualified people than me to show you how to do that. Now I hope maybe these tips helped you out a little bit, but I'm just a simple homeowner doing my own DIY stuff, and these are the things I think of. If you are an expert or know way more about any of this stuff, then do me a favor and help me out with a comment of maybe something I missed, or also people that are in the comments section, maybe help them out too with your great ideas. Thanks for watching.